Call our public hearing to order at this time. Mr. Stoltz, if you would please proceed with ordinance number 2022-22, the first reading.
Ordinance number 2022-22, first reading. Owner H&G Properties Management, LLC, rezoning of map 0013A01400A, requested zoning C2 special exception zoning, present zoning C2. Is there anyone here that would like to speak in favor of or in opposition of this rezoning to a C2 special exception zoning? Mayor, doesn't appear anyone's present in regard to the public hearing.
Hang on. Okay.
I'm sorry, sir.
Yeah.
Do you want to speak?
Do you want to speak?
I want to speak.
Okay.
All right. If you would go up, write your name on that page there that's on the podium, and state your name for the council, please.
Just my name? That's
Yes,
it?
ma'am.
Okay. Okay. My name is Lucy Han, and I'm manager of the HG Property Management LLC. We've been owning this property for about 10 years. So each year we pay tax on time, and about $40,000 each year. And for past 10 years, about $400,000 in generated tax to the city. And our tenants, several tenants in this center have been struggling, maybe because of the economy. And we really, from my understanding, the vape tenant is a legal business. And just like nail shops and like a hair salon, and this is a business. We really need somebody get in, take the place, the empty space. And now we have one empty space that was the lady owner. The owner is there, and she's the owner, like selling the ladies' clothing store now. And this kind of business, the majority go online. And she left the summer, right? Summer, and but she still have lease until next year. And if nobody take this space, she's going to she's going to owe us about $60,000. I think this is not fair for a business owner and owe this much. I don't want to see her file bankruptcy, something like that. And this vape guy that right there, he's the owner, and I think he did research on this area, and he operates several vape shops in the area. I think he has experience to operate this, so that's why we had agreement. Let him get in, take this space. And we also have other tenants also struggling, like Mermaid Mattress. They've been asking us rent reduction, and another tenant, dollar store, and also the owner told me he lost like $10,000 each month. And the T-Mobile is leaving. They relocated, I think this is on the street. So we really need a tenant to get into our center to be able to pay tax on time. I mean, we've been, do good job to give the tenant, try to lower our cost, but we still need tenants to pay rent and be able to, we run our business and tenants run their business. We support local business owners support us, and we can pay tax to the city. I think this is, I don't feel like this is an illegal business. This is normal business. This is what I'm going to say, yeah.
Okay.
So what's he actually going to sell? Tobacco and vape?
Huh?
Tobacco?
Yeah, tobacco and vape.
Vape?
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
That's it?
That's it.
Okay. No alcohol?
No alcohol.
Okay.
No alcohol.
Okay.
Yeah, just, okay.
Y'all don't put signs up all over
Thank
the
you.
windows that you can't see in, do you? That's the only thing I hate about tobacco shops. They put all these signs up in the windows.
What's that?
Signs in the windows. I guess people pay you to advertise their product or pay him, and you can't see in half of them that do that.
The window?
Yes.
That's our leasing broker. They close the window, I think. Currently, you talk about that space with the.
No.
I'm sorry.
What I don't like is when they put all the advertising signs on the windows and you can't see in.
Oh, okay. Okay.
It's not a good one for police. And is it, Chief?
No, sir.
You know what I'm talking about, don't you? That's the only thing that I would not like, all the signs in the
Okay.
windows.
So you are not going to do the.
I mean, I don't mind you advertising, but you can do it in one corner.
Okay. All right.
I'm in a
thank you.
business too. so-
Any questions for me?
Okay,
Thank you.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Is there anyone else that would like to speak either in favor of or in opposition of the requested rezoning to C2 special exception zoning? Mayor, it appears that the public hearing is now closed. No one else desires to speak.
Thank you, Mr. Stoltz. Our next item under public hearing is for ordinance number 2022-23, the first reading. Mr. Stokes.
Ordinance number 2022-23, annexation, a portion of the property known as MAP 0011A042, 10.51 acres, Mask Smith Road, owners Tad and Gloria Hunt, zoning requested R5. If there are anyone here that would like to speak either in favor of or in opposition of this zoning, of this annexation request. Mr. Hunt, if you would, flip the first page up, write your name on the second page, and introduce yourself to the council, please.
Hello, my name's Justin Hunt. This is 10 and a half acres that we bought a few years back. It is currently in the county. All we're asking for is to have it annexed into the city. In the county, it has a RTZ zoning, and I think the comparable zoning in the city is R5. And that's all we're asking for. If you have any questions.
What value? What values of houses? Well, of course, it's hard to tell.
I really don't know. We're probably looking more like townhomes. So
2,000, 1,800, 1,500?
probably looking around 240 and up.
Okay.
So.
How many will you build, do you think?
Hopefully up to 30 or so. Could only be 15. Once I get it put into the city, then I'll have once the engineer gets a hold of it, then we'll decide then.
And that's right there where they just raised the road?
Right there.
Okay.
Awesome.
Good.
Thanks, Justin.
Is there anyone else that would like to speak in favor of or in opposition of the annexation and requested zoning of R5? Mayor, appears no one else is present. You can close that public hearing.
Thank you, Mr. Stoltz. That does conclude our public hearing for tonight. At this time, we will call our regularly scheduled council meeting to order. Ms. Stennett, if you would, please do the invocation. Ms. James, lead us in the pledge, please.
Join, please. We make our beginning in the name of the Father, Son, and the Holy Spirit. Amen. Lord, thank you for bringing us together, a council for your word, Lord. Let us lead with the gracious knowledge of integrity and mercy as we do the business for citizens, that we make wise decisions and that we go forth with your word for us. Bless this meeting. Bless all those who serve. In the name of the Father, Son, and the Holy Spirit. Amen.
Amen.
I pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Mr. Stoltz, if you would, please call the roll.
Yes, sir. Mayor Earl Gray.
Here.
Mayor Pro Tem Craig Crawford.
Here.
Jim Childs, council member.
Here.
Rhonda James, council member.
Here.
Derek Rogers, council member.
Here.
Paula Stennett, council member.
Here.
Mayor?
Thank you, Mr. Stoltz. Let the record show we do have a quorum for tonight's meeting. At this time, we will set our agenda for tonight's meeting. Ms. Hune, do you have any additions or deletions?
Yes, sir. I have 4. First, David Rowan called earlier today and asked to be removed from the appearances section, so I would like to ask that he be removed at his request. Second item, we have 3 items to be added tonight. We need to add litigation to the list of topics to be discussed in executive session. Add item number 3 under ordinances, ordinance number 2022-25, first reading of the ordinance to approve the 2023 fiscal year budget for the city of Fort Oglethorpe. And the addition of item number 11 under new business, the recommendation to accept a USDA grant award.
All righty. I have a motion to approve the agenda as read.
Motion.
Second.
Motion by Mr. Childs, second by Mr. Crawford. Any discussion? Agenda is amended as read. Next item on the agenda is the minutes from our previous council meeting. Members of council have had an opportunity to review the minutes from our September 26th regularly scheduled meeting. I'll entertain a motion to approve.
Make a motion.
Second.
Motion by Ms. James and second by Mr. Childs. Any discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries unanimous. Appearances has been removed. Next item on the agenda is resolutions. Resolution number 2022-08. Mr. Stoltz.
Resolution 2022-08, a resolution of the Mayor and Council of the City of Fort Oglethorpe to adopt a joint service delivery strategy pursuant to the Service Delivery Strategy Act and to authorize the mayor to execute any necessary forms in furtherance of said adoption in substantially the same form as hereto attached hereto as Exhibit A and for all other purposes. Whereas Walker County and the municipalities of Chickamauga, Fort Oglethorpe, Lafayette, Lookout Mountain, and Rossville, Georgia adopted a service delivery strategy pursuant to the requirements set forth by Georgia House Bill 489 codified at 367020, which original document was executed in 1999 and most recently updated in 2012, and whereas Walker County and its municipalities are required to review and revise the county's joint service delivery strategy in connection with updates to the joint comprehensive plan, which must be updated every 10 years, and whereas Walker County and the municipalities of Chickamauga, Fort Oglethorpe, Lafayette, Lookout Mountain, and Rossville, Georgia have mutually agreed to the services outlined in the service delivery strategy is updated and located in the office of the city clerk for the city of Fort Oglethorpe, and whereas the mayor and council of the city of Fort Oglethorpe authorizes the mayor, Earl Gray, to sign the requisite documents acknowledging approval of the service delivery strategy. Therefore, it is resolved by the city of Fort Oglethorpe, Georgia, hereby adopts the joint service delivery strategy for Walker County. Be it further resolved, the mayor and council for the city of Fort Oglethorpe grants to the mayor, Earl Gray, the authority to take any and all further actions necessary to carry out the intents and purposes of this resolution. Mayor?
Thank you, Mr. Stoltz. I have a motion to approve.
Motion.
Second.
Motion by Mr. Childs, second by Mr. Crawford. Is there any discussion? Mr. Childs?
Yes.
Mr. Crawford?
Yes.
Mr. Rogers?
Yes.
Ms. James?
Yes.
Ms. Stennett?
Yes.
Motion carries unanimous. Next item on the agenda is resolutions. Item number, ordinances, I'm sorry. Item number 1 under ordinances is the first reading of ordinance number 2022-22. Mr. Stoltz.
Thank you, Mayor. Ordinance number 2022-22, an ordinance of the Mayor and Council of the City of Fort Oglethorpe for the rezoning of tax parcel number 0013A014 400AC2 requested by the owner, H&G Properties Management, LLC, so as to amend the zoning of said property from a C2 zoning to a C2 special exception zoning, to amend the official zoning map for the city of Fort Oglethorpe, to repeal conflicting ordinances and other related purposes. Mayor?
Thank you, Mr. Stoltz. Next item under ordinances is the first reading of ordinance number 2022-23. Mr. Stoltz.
Ordinance number 2022-23, an ordinance of the mayor and council of the city of Fort Oglethorpe for the annexation of a portion of the property known as map 0011A042, 10.51 acres, Max Smith Road, to change the corporate limits of the city of Fort Oglethorpe to reflect the annexation, to adopt the requested zoning, to repeal conflicting ordinances and other related purposes. Mayor?
Thank you, Mr. Stoltz. Item number 3 under ordinances is the first reading of ordinance number 2022-25. Mr. Stoltz.
Ordinance number 2022-25, ordinance to approve the 2023 fiscal year budget for the city of Fort Oglethorpe. An ordinance to approve the city of Fort Oglethorpe 2023 fiscal year budget, to provide for provisions therein as authorized by state law, to provide for severability, to repeal conflicting ordinances or parts thereof, to provide for an adoption effective date, and for all other purposes allowed by law. Mayor?
Thank you, Mr. Stoltz. Next item on the agenda is new business. Item number 1 under new business is de-annexation, map number 0013BQ1100A. Mr. Stoltz.
Yes, sir. This is a de-annexation request filed by Jack and Charlene McLemore, property mailing at 3704 Battlefield Parkway, Fort Oglethorpe, Ringgold, Georgia. The property is located in the city of Fort Oglethorpe. This is a request to de-annex that property from the city of Fort Oglethorpe. Mr. McLemore or Ms. McLemore, do y'all want to say anything?
Sure.
Go, if you would, go up to the podium and speak your name for the record.
I need to sign these.
No, sir.
My name's Jack McLemore. I just want to be restored. I originally was in the county. This, y'all probably don't know much about it, but years ago, a Target was going to go in next door to me on that 40-something acre tract. The previous mayor come by and the other city officials and begged me to come in because I had to come into the city so the other property would come in. I love Fort Oglethorpe. It's not that I don't love you guys, but I just want to be restored back to where I was originally. Well, they said, well, if it don't work out, you can go right back. Well, for one reason or another, somebody's dropped the ball, and Miss Molly there told me that they had kind of done something with the paperwork. But I've been trying for several years to get this done. And for one reason or another, the county has voted twice to receive me back into it. They couldn't find the first time they voted on it, so they had to put it back up and vote on it again. They, to accept me back into the county. But I just want to go back to where I was originally. Not that I hate you guys. I love Fort Oglethorpe.
Are you on the classic car thing?
Yes, sir.
Is that
First
your?
class.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay. I just want to make sure I knew where.
And not anything against Fort Oglethorpe, but I just like to go back to the county like I would. I was promised if it didn't work out. And matter of fact, the 40-something acres, they went back to the county. Mm-hmm. And then another lady around the corner, she de-annexed into the county. And I'm thinking, well, everybody can de-annex, what's up? So I applied, and then somehow or another it got shuffled back, and it didn't get put on the record in time. But it's just now coming around. But then I had to go back to this county. They couldn't find a record of it, and so it's just been one thing after another thing after another thing. But anyway, that's all. I just want to go back to where I was. I can see if I was always a Fort Oglethorpe citizen, and I'm just wanting to go back to where I was originally, be restored. So anyway, I just want y'all to keep that in mind when you're voting. And,
Thank you.
Thank you.
Is there anyone else that would like to speak in regard to this de-annexation? Ms. McLemore? Okay. Mayor,
Thank you, Mr. Stoltz. I have a motion to approve.
Motion.
Second.
Motion by Mr. Childs, second by Mr. Crawford. Any discussion? Mr. Childs?
Yes.
Mr. Crawford?
Yes.
Mr. Rogers?
Yes.
Ms. James?
Yes.
Ms. Stinnett?
Yes.
Motion carries unanimous. You're out of the city, Mr. McLemore.
Can I get a good price on a car? No.
Hey, we hope we can bring you back at some
I
point.
know, I know.
Yeah.
But we hope, we want it to be your
Good luck
choice.
to you too.
Item number 2, under new business, recommendation to cancel the December 26, 2022 regularly scheduled council meeting. Ms. Hume.
Well, you pretty much said it, Mr. Mayor. The city of Fort Oglethorpe will be officially closed in observance of the Christmas holiday on the 26th, but that is the day that our second regularly scheduled meeting of the month of December falls, so we'd like to officially cancel that meeting.
Thank you, Ms. Hume. I have a motion to approve.
Motion. Second.
Motion by Mr. Rogers and a second by Mr. Crawford. Any discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries unanimous. Item number 3, under new business, recommendation to procure design and printing services of the 2023 city calendar. Ms. Hume.
I hope everybody recalls the calendars from last year that the city put out. They were a big hit. We were really proud of them, and they were pretty well received in the community, and we would like to print those calendars again this year, except this time we want to print more for businesses and for our community partners. So we are asking for approval of a total cost of $18,557.13. $700 of that will go to Jessica Hennon Vaughn Art Direction and Design in the amount of $700 to do the layout and the design work on the calendar. And then the remaining $17,857.13 will be to Starkey Printing to actually print it. This year, if approved, the calendars will be shrink wrapped and hand delivered by city staff during the month of December. And they'll feature just pictures from around the community, some pictures of our council and things like that. And we're very excited about it. And if approved, it will come out of the general fund.
Thank you, Ms. Hume. I have a motion to approve.
Make a motion.
Second.
Motion by Ms. James, second by Mr. Rogers. Any discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries unanimous. Item number 4, recommendation to renew the annual contract between the City of Fort Oglethorpe and the Catoosa Citizens for Literacy. Ms. Hume.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. This is just a renewal of our longstanding partnership with the Catoosa Citizens for Literacy. This agreement between the two entities, if it's renewed, the Catoosa Citizens for Literacy on behalf of the city will initiate, plan, direct, and coordinate programs for improving literacy levels in the city and at the Catoosa County Learning Center. The Catoosa County Citizens for Literacy will also oversee the GED and all continuing education classes, a reading program, computer classes, and child care and transportation services. And if approved, this comes out of the general fund.
Thank you, Ms. Hume. I have a motion to approve.
So moved, sir.
Second.
Motion by Ms. Stinnett, second by Mr. Childs. Any discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries unanimous. Item number 5, under new business, recommendation to approve payment to Catoosa County and the Catoosa County Tax Commissioner for 2022 tax collection services. Ms. Hughes.
Thank you. This is an agreement between the city and the county. This is again another longstanding agreement that we have for the billing and collection of the city's property tax on September 23rd, 2022. 4,358 real and personal property bills were mailed out, and 9 mobile home bills will be mailed out in January 2023 on the city's behalf. The city is billed by the county at a rate of $3.50 per parcel, which is the same rate as last year. And if approved, this total amount of $15,284.50 will come out of the general fund.
Thank you, Ms. Hughes. Have a motion to approve.
Motion.
Do I have a second?
Second.
Motion by Mr. Rogers, second by Mr. Crawford. Any discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries unanimous. Item number 6, recommendation for approval to renew the long and short-term disability coverage contract with Mutual of Omaha and award life and voluntary life insurance contracts to Mutual of Omaha. Ms. Hughes.
Okay, I'm going to try to do justice to this insurance contract, but that's why our HR director's here. This is, we currently have a long and short-term disability coverage contract with Mutual of Omaha. They have been our provider for these services for quite some time. However, our HR director, Cindy Marchant, has done a good job of renegotiating some of our other contracts at better rates, and her recommendation is to award the group and voluntary life insurance contracts to Mutual of Omaha as well for 2023 for a total amount of $37,011.12. Like I said, the Mutual of Omaha currently provides that long and short-term disability coverage, and renewal of this will result in a flat premium rate, so the rates won't go up for that coverage. The long-term disability rate will remain at $18,307, and the short-term disability will remain at $2,394.12, and these rates are guaranteed for the next 3 years. Ms. Marchant has negotiated us a flat rate through 2026. If Mutual Omaha is awarded the group and voluntary life insurance contracts, that group life premium will be $16,310, which is a 25% decrease from the current premium amount that the city is currently paying. And we currently pay a $21,534 premium to our current provider for 2022. So we are grateful for that reduction. And voluntary life insurance premium is paid by the employees. It's a voluntary program. So again, that's $37,011.12 out of the general and water and sewer funds, if approved.
Thank you, Ms. Hugh. I have a motion to approve.
Make a motion.
Second.
Motion by Ms. James, second by Mr. Rogers. Any discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries unanimous. Item number 7, recommendation to renew the city's workers' compensation carrier insurance coverage contract for 2023. Ms. Hughes.
More insurance. So for 2023, our HR department has worked with our current provider, Key Risk, to, well, actually, excuse me, let me back up. McGriff Insurance Services is our compensation broker, and they have recommended that we renew our workers' compensation coverage with our current carrier, Key Risk. They've offered a very good program for us with a competitive renewal rate. That renewal premium is $159,160. It is an increase over last year's rate of $143,903, but this increase is due to an increase in payroll dollars. Last year, the payroll dollars were a little bit lower and attributed to factors related to COVID-19 that weren't factored into the last year's rating because we didn't have as many people working due to the pandemic. If approved, that'll be $159,160 out of the general and water and sewer funds.
Thank you, Ms. Hughes. I have a motion to approve.
Motion.
Second.
Motion by Mr. Childs, second by Mr. Rogers. Any discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries unanimous. Item number 8, recommendation to approve annual holiday bonuses for city employees. Ms. Hughes.
Thank you. In past years, this mayor and council here have very graciously provided gift cards to be given to all of our full and permanent part-time employees as an expression of appreciation for a job well done throughout the year. If this request is approved this year, our permanent part-time and full-time employees would receive a gift card in the amount of $125 each to be distributed to the employees in mid-December. This would be coming out of the general fund, and it would be in the amount not to exceed $11,500 for the total staff.
Thank you, Ms. Hughes. I have a motion to approve.
Make a motion. Second.
Motion by Mr. Crawford, second by Mr. Rogers. Any discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries unanimous. Item number 9, recommendation to purchase a Christmas tree for Stable 41.
Since
Ms.
we're
Hughes.
talking Christmas, yes, all right. As many of you know, I hope you know, Stable 41 has been a wonderful event space for the city, and this year we're going to be having a big holiday festival, a Christmas market after our Christmas parade on November the 26th, and in order to have a big festival, you got to have a big tree. So the city would like to recommend the purchase of an 18-foot Christmas tree from Holiday Designs in the estimated amount of about $12,000, and that includes shipping. It'll be delivered before the tree. It'll have multicolored lights, and it will be beautiful and festive. Can't wait. And if approved, it'll come out of the general fund.
Thank you, Ms. Hughes. I have a motion to approve.
Make a motion.
Second.
Motion by Ms. James, second by Mr. Childs. Any discussion?
We still gonna have this
We'll
one.
use it multiple years, right?
Oh, over and over. And you can build onto it too.
Are we still gonna have one out here?
Yes, ma'am.
The old one?
Yes,
Okay.
ma'am. We'll have 2 trees.
Any other discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries unanimous. Item number 10, recommendation to renew the contract for the operation of the Fort Oak Farmers Market. Ms. Hugh.
Yes, again, Stable 41 has been a big success for us this year. We've really enjoyed having our farmers markets every week, and if you haven't come, everybody out there, please do. Next year, we'd love to see you. This year, we are going to have our market, but I'll talk a little bit more about that in a minute. We would like to recommend renewing our contract with Taylor Hutwagner. She's been our market manager for the past year. If this contract is approved, we will have a more robust contract for the upcoming year. She will coordinate and plan 25 weekly Sunday markets beginning earlier this year in April and ending in October, 14 Thursday farmers markets beginning in June and ending in very late August, and several Food Truck Friday events throughout the year. She will also manage markets after our large marquee events like the Veterans Parade, the Chickamauga Battlefield Marathon, and the Christmas Parade. This contract includes the recruitment of vendors, whether they're retail, produce, food, beverage, what have you, coordination of any special special package licenses or anything like that, promotion of weekly events, scheduling live entertainment, coordinating the EBT process and the food stamp process, and then maintaining weekly metric reports for us. This, if approved, will come out of the general fund in the amount of $36,000.
Thank you, Ms. Hune. Do I have a motion to approve?
Motion. Second.
Motion by Mr. Childs, second by Mr. Rogers. Any discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries unanimous. Item number 11, recommendation to accept the USDA grant for Stable 41 Farmers Market. Ms. Hugh.
This is very exciting. We didn't know if we'd be able to talk about this tonight, but this past week, the city was awarded the USDA grant for the Stable 41 Farmers Market in the amount of $112,514. This is a huge accomplishment. We're very excited to be able to accept this grant, if you all approve it, of course. It's a 3-year grant, so that $112,514 is spread out over 3 years, and it does come with a matching component for the city. We will be expected to match, whether in kind or in actual dollars, $28,129. And before you guys approve it, I would just like to say thank you, if you guys are going to approve it, I would like to say thank you to our finance department. Phil and Kathy have done an amazing job. Phil Minton and Kathy Bradley have done an amazing job doing all the work for this. Brian Perry did an excellent job putting everything together. Tony Ellis did an excellent job making sure that all the information that we needed was in there. And our market coordinator, Taylor Hutwagner, were all instrumental in securing this grant for us. This is a big deal. I'm very excited, and I think it's only the start of something even better. So if approved, that money would be deposited into a special account in the general fund, and then any matching funds, whether in kind or otherwise, would come out of the general fund as well.
Thank you, Ms. Hugh. I have a motion to approve.
So moved, sir.
Second.
Was that a weak second, then, Ms. James?
Wait a second.
No, she's choked up because she's so excited. She's so excited.
Take a drink.
She's choked up.
Motion by Ms. Stinnett, second by Ms. James. Any discussion?
Checking again.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries unanimous. Next item on the agenda, City Manager's Report. Ms. Hugh.
Well, I do just want to reiterate, again, thank you to the staff for the USDA grant, all the work they did. And also I'd like to thank the Northwest Georgia Regional Commission, Samantha Bishop and Delma Stone. Without them, they were instrumental in this as well. They did an excellent job helping us with this. And just before this meeting, we had a workshop with the Carl Vincent Institute, Danny Bivens and Clark Stansel from UGA. We've been engaged in about an 18-month process for our revitalization plan, and that's coming to an end. We've done our plan, and tomorrow night, October 25th at 5:30 here in City Hall, open to the public, is the unveiling of that plan for everybody to come see. So I encourage everybody who's interested to come out and see what we have in store, because we've done some great things over the last year and a half, but pales in comparison to what's to come. So please come tomorrow and see what we've got coming for the city of Fort Oglethorpe tomorrow at 5:30. Just want to give you guys a disc golf course update. You can see that the land is being graded and kind of it's settling down over there by City Hall. The Public Works Department has done an excellent job, and they're actually going to start constructing the course, putting up the baskets in the next week or so, as soon as those materials come in. So that's exciting. Also, another Public Works development, Max Smith Road is open as of Friday, just before 5 o'clock. So we're excited about that. Glad to have Max Smith Road back up and running. City Hall will be closed Friday, November 11th in observance of Veterans Day. Just want to make sure everybody's aware. And then just a quick run through, but we'll be hyping it on the website, of our Stable 41 holiday schedule. Saturday, November 26th at 5:30 kicks off our Christmas parade and market. You can be a part of the parade. You can join our wreath contest. The city will be handing out 25 free wreaths starting on November 25th, but you're welcome to make your own. Join our wreath contest and win a swag bag from the city of Fort Oglethorpe. We'll have live entertainment, holiday shopping, food vendors, a tree lighting. So please make sure you come out on November the 26th. And also, we're going to have movie nights on December 2nd and 16th, starting at 5 p.m. Family-friendly movies along with some food trucks and just some good time. And then Saturday, December 11th from 1 to 5, we'll have our final winter market of the year. And that is it for me.
Thank you, Ms. Hugh. Next item on the agenda is mayor and council comments. I do not have anything tonight. Mr. Child?
Yeah, I'd like to congratulate all the people involved on the grant. Thank you. Good job. I'm glad Max Smith Road is open. Halloween is Monday, next Monday. Be careful as you're driving. The little ones will be out probably celebrating with Saturday and Monday. And then a week from this Sunday is daylight savings time. So be careful. It'll still be dark and them little ones are out there going to school. And that's it.
Thank you, Mr. Child. Mr. Crawford?
Yeah, I'd just like to say that, I guess unless you're living under a rock, everybody knows that we're in the middle of an election right now. We got the votes coming in. I think right now you can vote early at
West Side and Freedom Center.
West Side, and there will be no voting at City Hall, correct?
That's correct.
That is correct.
And but I know everybody says it every year. This could be the most important election of our lifetime, and I'm going to say it. I think it's very important right now. And people say my vote does not count, and unfortunately or fortunately in our area, it does, and it counts big time. And as you've seen in the 2020 election and in the special election, it's big, instrumental across. It can change the dynamic across the whole country. So just remember to get out and vote. That's our obligation. And if you want to have an argument or whatever, if you don't vote, you can't argue. So get out there, and we're given plenty of time to do it. That's it, Mr. Mayor.
Thank you, Mr. Crawford. Well said. Mr. Rogers?
Yeah, I'd like to say congrats to the team that put together the grant. That's awesome. Also, Max Smith, I drove down there on Saturday just to check it out, and it's awesome. It's really beautiful the way they finished that out. I know it took a little longer than we wanted to because of some of the supply chain getting things in and stuff, but they really did a good job. And then come tomorrow at 5:30 if you can. I mean, it's really going to be awesome to unveil the Renaissance plan for kind of the vision for the whole Lafayette Road corridor for the next 10, 15, 20 years and beyond. So if you can be here tomorrow at 5:30, we'd love to have you. That's it.
Thank you, Mr. Rogers. Ms. James?
Well, I'm going to go a different way a little bit. If you notice, we're all wearing pink tonight, and that's to honor October as Breast Cancer Awareness Month. As y'all know, cancer is one of the ugliest words in the dictionary that we can ever see, and I just want to say that to all those that have lost loved ones or that are suffering from it, think about them and as we honor them tonight.
Amen.
Thank you, Ms. James. Ms. Stinnett?
Yes, sir. Thank you. Open this with just a little different route, as Ms. James talked about. This is not only Breast Cancer Awareness Month, but this is also Red Ribbon Week. And I'm a big proponent for Red Ribbon Week. This is the time when every parent, grandparent, guardian needs to be talking with your children regarding drugs. It is imperative that you be the people who speak to them and not someone outside that you don't know or don't want speaking to them. This began in 1985, and since then, Red Ribbon Week has touched the lives of millions of people around the world. It began in response to the murder of a DEA agent, Enrique Camarena, that angered parents and youth in communities across our country. And in response, they began wearing red ribbons as a symbol of their commitment to save our children from drug pushers and people who would misuse them. Enrique Camarena was a drug enforcement agent who was tortured and killed in Mexico in 1985 when he decided to join the U.S. Drug Enforcement Administration, and his mother tried to talk him out of doing so. But he looked at his mother and he said, "I'm only one person, but I want to make a difference." On February 7th, that same year, 37-year-old Camarena left his office to meet his wife for lunch. 5 men appeared at the agent's side, shoved him into a car. 1 month later, his body was found and he'd been tortured to death. In honor of his memory and his battle against illegal drugs, all friends and neighbors are asked to wear red ribbons this week and speak with your children regarding alcohol and other drugs. Form that coalition now before it's too late. And it does happen here at home. So I ask you, please, as a teacher, as a mother, as a grandmother, talk to your children. There's nothing more important in your lives and in our future than your children. Now, October 29th, speaking of children, is our Halloween Spooktacular, and it will be held at Honor Park at 5 o'clock. We have wonderful agencies there, including our own Fort Oglethorpe's finest police department. We'll be there in force to give out candy and special treats to all of your little spookables, and ask the parents to come too, because there's great things in store for them as well. On November 5th, please line the corridor, Lafayette Road. At 10 o'clock, our Honoring Those Who Serve parade. This is our chance to honor our military, our fire, our police, our emergency first responders, all those who serve. So I hope everyone will be there in force to show them how much we appreciate them and their service. On November 12th at Barnhart Circle is the Battlefield Marathon and, of course, the fabulous Fort Oglethorpe 5K. So I hope you'll be along the route to support them. And, of course, November 26th, don't forget, Christmas Parade and Market. Stable 41 will be rocking with all those wonderful vendors and things to support small business and vendors here in our area. So anyone who says there's nothing to do in Fort Oglethorpe, they're just not looking, are they? Because there's plenty. And I'll close this, Miss James, breast cancer awareness. And this is for you, Sally Beth. Heck of a fight, girl. You're a winner. Hats off to you. Back to you, sir.
Thank you, Ms. Stitt. Next item on the agenda is executive session. I'll entertain a motion to go into executive session to discuss real estate and litigation.
Make motion. Second.
Motion by Mr. Crawford, second by Mr. Rogers. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
This council is in executive session. I'll entertain a motion to come out of executive session.
Second.
Motion by Mr. Childs, second by Mr. Crawford. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
This council is out of executive session. In executive session, we discussed real estate and litigation. Final item on the agenda is adjournment. I'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
Second.
Mr. Crawford, second by Mr. Rogers. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
This meeting is adjourned.
Don't leave, we gotta take pictures.